Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am finally getting around to doing my fragrance haul, which I'm so excited about because I'm going to tell you I have gone down the rabbit hole, y'all. Like fast and furious. I am all into fragrance now. I have obtained quite a few. In fact, this is the one of two hauls. I will put the second one up as soon as all the rest of the ones that I have ordered have come in. But right now and right here, I have 9 fragrances I want to share with you. A couple of them are from niche brands. A couple of them are designer brands. And one of them is even like a celebrity brand because I had heard that it was a dupe for a much more expensive perfume and I wanted to try it out and see for myself. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to go in no particular order and let's talk about some perfume. A little backstory on my loves when it comes to perfume scents. I love vanilla. I love gourmands. I love masculine scents. I have never been someone that's huge into florals, like super rose scents or lavender scents. However, I have quickly determined that one of my very favorite notes in perfume is iris. If it is an iris centered perfume, all about it. Didn't know that was a thing until I really started getting into perfumes, but it is. Even got little test strips and everything. I'm so professional today. And I'm going to look up the notes for every perfume and I will also try to put them on the screen as well as describe what I think about them. But I definitely think you need to know the notes because sometimes they'll have notes in them and it doesn't really smell like that to me. So my description alone is not going to do you too much good, I don't think. I'll start out with this one that was bought on a recommendation from watching one of Erin Nicole TV's videos. And this is the Giorgio Armani Ocean de Gioia. I really wanted to try to get some more spring summer scents, even though I tend to gravitate towards more cooler weather scents as a whole. That's just what I like in the notes in my perfumes. But I did want to gather some spring summer scents that would be appropriate. And this screams summer to me. The top note is sparkling pear, the middle is water jasmine, and the base is sandalwood and musk. So I'm going to spray it. The top note says it's sparkling pear. I do get that straight out, but this is one of the freshest perfumes that I have ever owned. It's really hard to explain. It does have some of that like aquatic kind of base to it, but it's not overly so. And it definitely doesn't smell like your beach walk or your Bobbi Brown Beach or those kind of like suntanny saltwater fragrances. It's just so fresh. It's perfect for every day in the summer. I would categorize this as a daytime perfume. However, I am not someone who goes by that. If I want to wear something that other people say should only be worn at night during the day, I'm gonna wear it during the day. But if you are someone who likes to wear daytime perfumes that aren't too heavy, this is definitely one to look into. So Ocean de Gioia by Giorgio Armani, love so much. This next one I was inspired to purchase because I watched a video on YouTube. I've been getting into fragrance videos too. And it was a girl, and I don't know if this was like her significant other or a friend, but she was basically blind testing perfumes for him to smell and get his thoughts on. And when she did this one, he said, hands down, this is my favorite out of all. I think there was 10. And he said, I would want to smell that on a girl or a woman every single day. And it just intrigued me because, I mean, I want Chad to like my perfumes. I want to like my perfumes. And this was a summer scent. This is from Blvgari and it is their Omnia Coral Perfume. The keynotes on this are bergamot, goji berries, and hibiscus flower. Bergamot's like almost like a citrusy lime type of note. And it says it's a radiant floral fruity fragrance that is reminiscent of summer. It was inspired by the warm tones of the sky as the sun rises on the beaches of Sardinia and contains notes of tropical hibiscus, pomegranate, and cedarwood as you imagine yourself enjoying the crisp sea air. Some of these descriptions just crack me up. So this one doesn't have a top. You just press down and the perfume comes out here. This is a little more, it's reminiscent of the Armani. It's a little more fruity though. So I'm not saying that I think you need both unless you're like becoming a fragrance junkie like myself, because they do relate to each other. This does have a little bit more of a fruity scent. It just smells fresh and definitely smells like summer. I like that one a lot. I think that everybody knows about Lancome Belle. I mean, I feel like everybody and their mama has smelled it, talked about it, worn it, tried it, something. I have a small little sample that I got like gift with purchase at Ulta. And while I like it, it's not my favorite perfume, but they came out with a flanker recently, I feel like in the last couple of months. And this is the Belle Soleil Cristal Eau de Parfum. Parfum. It's a perfume, y'all. I can't. I try so hard. I watch these videos and they say it with this like perfect French accent. I'm like, oh, yeah, can't do it. This is described as a floral perfume, but it is a what they say solar floral with top notes of mandarin oils, middle of white iris, ylang ylang essence, and the base of Madagascan bourbon vanilla sunny coconut accord. It comes in this beautiful like iridescent bottle, and I kept hearing people say it was definitely more coconutty than the original, and I'm all about coconut. It does have that white iris in the middle, which again, I love. So I blind bought this and I'm so glad I did. I like this so much more than the original. It's pretty tart on the opening, but as it dries down, I feel like that iris comes into play, and then at the final dry down, the base of it, you do get that coconut. But let me tell you, it is not like a sweet, sickly coconut. I'm not saying I don't like that, because I do, but it's almost like a buttery, creamy coconut, almost like a can of coconut, like cream of coconut when you get that and you bake with it. So good. And I will say this is definitely one that you don't want to overspray. I mean, a couple of sprays and you're good to go. The longevity on this was pretty good for me. I feel like even 6 hours later, I was able to smell it on my skin, and I was pretty sure other people could smell it too. But it can easily become something that is overpowering for yourself and the people around you if you overspray. So be mindful of that. But I am so happy to have this in my collection. And if you were not a huge fan of the original, still smell this because it's different enough. Okay, let's talk about some Guerlain. I got 3 new Guerlain fragrances, and these are all EDTs. So they're Eau de Toilettes. So typically Eau de Parfums are going to last a little bit longer on your skin. Typically, doesn't always happen that way. They're going to be a little bit stronger. They're going to have maybe a little higher concentration, where an eau de toilette is going to be lighter. You can tend to spray it a little bit more. You're not going to have to worry so much about putting too much on. This one I talked about on my Instagram a couple of times, and probably out of all the ones that I'm going to talk about today, this is my favorite. This is Guerlain Insolence, something or other. Again, this is the EDT. They also have an EDP, but everything that I had heard before I purchased this was that the EDT was even better. So that's what I decided to go with. This is a fruity floral, and the notes are violet, iris, and berries. Right away. Knew I was going to like it because it had violet and iris. This is timeless, chic, and feminine. It is a sweet composition that evokes a sense of daring, irreverence, and freedom while imparting a lingering trail on its wearer that captivates. And I have been searching high and low for a fragrance that smelled like the Guerlain Meteorites pearls, or even the pressed compact meteorites. I love makeup-y scents. I love that in a perfume, which a lot of iris perfumes evoke. And I knew when I first smelled the Guerlain pearls, meteorites, even years ago, I was like, I need a perfume that smells like this. Guerlain sells one that is actually called meteorites, but from everything I have heard, it does not really smell like it. This smells like it. Oh, it smells just like it. If you do not like the smell of the Guerlain makeup, don't even think about purchasing this. If you do and you like iris, some people say that it smells old, like an old woman to them. I don't think that. but to each their own. If you like the iris makeup-y powdery scents, because iris does tend to have a powder type of scent to it, I love this so much. I mean, I can't even tell you anything except that it smells just like the meteorites. And for an EDT, the longevity was fabulous on me. But I did feel like it would have taken a lot for me to overdo this, because it's not, again, a beast mode fragrance. It's not going to knock someone over the head. It's just a beautiful, soft, powdery, lingering fragrance. Oh, I love it so much. Now, I also got a couple of other summer type scents from Guerlain from their Aqua Allegoria line. These are both EDTs as well, but we will start out with Coconut Fizz. Coconut Fizz has top notes of coconut water and bergamot. It has heart notes of watermelon, coconut freesia, and base notes of tonka bean, sandalwood, and white wood. So it comes in this really pretty glass bottle with this detail, gold detail up top. So they describe this as a sun-drenched escape. And this surprised me. I did blind buy this. This smells like a fresh coconut, doesn't? Again, it's not like that sickly coconut smell to it. I do get a little bit of the watermelon in it too. It's more tart than it is sweet. To me, that's not a bad thing. I have a lot of sweet fragrances. I don't have anything like this in my collection. Super summery, super summery. So while I'm not someone who necessarily goes by seasons either, like I will wear a winter perfume in the summer, I don't see myself using this in the colder months, but I could drench myself in it in the summer. The second one I got from the Aqua Allegoria line is Orange Soleil. This was made to evoke a sense of being in orange groves in Sicily. The same gorgeous bottle, and it has notes of blood orange, woody notes, and bergamot. This one, y'all, the top never wants to stay on that one. Just fell all over the floor. If you are someone who likes oranges, obviously, and they love the smell of peeling an orange and how you get that like almost burst of orange scent as you are taking the peel off of a fresh orange, this is going to be the scent for you, because it's exactly what it smells like. It's straight up orange. I don't really smell bergamot. I could see how the woody notes are in there somehow, some way, but this is orange. So if you like an orange scented perfume for the summer, then this is going to be great. I don't dislike this, and I have nothing like it in my collection. Very, like, obviously probably the most citrusy perfume that I own. And I mean, if you're an orange lover, you have to try this. The next perfume that I purchased, this is from a niche brand called Van Cleef and Arpels. See the gorgeous bottle. It has like a little hanging pendant type thing on it. Very simplistic in the design, which I can appreciate. I love a really pretty bottle of perfume, but I also really like straight lines and very simplistic design. And this is California Reverie. The top notes are neroli and mandarin orange. Middle notes are jasmine, sambac, and frangipani. And the base notes are beeswax and vanilla. I do love frangipani flower. I feel like it's one of my favorite tropical florals. And this is definitely another summer scent. I told y'all I was stocking up on the summer scents. This is probably the most floral of all the ones that I have shown so far, but it's not cloying. It's not over the top for someone who's not a floral lover. And I'm beginning to understand as I get more into fragrance that it's not necessarily that I'm not a floral lover. It's that I'm not really a rose lover or a lavender lover or something very strong. Like I don't want to be overpowered. I don't want to feel like I just walked into a florist. Not a bad thing for some people, but that's just not what I'm looking for. This is more fresh and floral because I do pick up those citrus notes that are on the top, the mandarin orange and the neroli. I do love jasmine. And as it dries down, I can pick up the vanilla. And I even smell the frangipani in here. So I feel like they did a really good job of blending all of these notes together where you can actually pick all of them up versus some perfumes that have a list of notes that long. And I'm like, I can smell like one thing, maybe two. I feel like I can sense all of those notes in this. Very pretty fragrance. If you do like florals, if you do like a little bit of citrus added in with your florals, I would highly recommend checking this out for summer, spring and summer. It's very pretty, very well done. 2 more and then we'll be done. This is not necessarily a spring summer scent. This is more of a Mandy scent in the sense that I tend to go towards these type of scents the most. This is from Mancera, and I had to show you the little bag that it came in. I just think this is so, it's not even cute. It's just, I like it. I don't know what else to say. I like it. This is the Royal Vanilla EDP. And this is the bottle. I mean, can you even? This bottle. I love it. It's simple, but I love like this ombre metal effect it's got going on. And then the top, it's got that like pearlized detail on the top. It's just, it's heavy. It's luxe. I love everything about this bottle. Now, this is Royal Vanilla, and it is exclusive to Selfridges. So apparently you cannot find this scent within the Mancera house anywhere but Selfridges. So that is where I got it. This is described as an oriental woody fragrance with notes of Madagascar vanilla, amber, violet, and patchouli. If you do not like patchouli, do not even think about this. I do smell the patchouli. Another thing about Mancera is they are screw off tops, not pop off, because I smell the patchouli right off the top. In fact, it takes a hot minute before I can actually smell the vanilla in this one, but I like patchouli, and it's almost a dirty patchouli. I think if you like Angel from Mugler, you're going to like this. It's not the same, but it has the same kind of feel to it. Now, I'm starting to get the vanilla, and it's a gorgeous vanilla. Oh my goodness. I actually really like this. It's one that you have to let kind of settle on the skin a little bit, and this is and can be a beast mode fragrance, so you're going to want to spray lightly. Oh, I love it so much. The smaller version was out of stock when I purchased this, and I'm kind of glad that it was, because now I have this large version. I don't know how long it's going to be available since it's exclusive to Selfridges, but I am not sad about this. I love this fragrance. If you are a vanilla lover, if you love patchouli, I do even smell the violet in it, which again, I love. It's for having so small amount of notes, it's a very complex fragrance to me. I need to get some coffee beans in here because I'm about smelled out. But I only have one more perfume. And this is actually a celebrity fragrance. I got this at RiteAid.com. I read that this was a dupe for Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc. I don't have a full size of the Soleil Blanc, but I do have samples. So I was well versed in what that smelled like. I do like it. It's a very summery, sunscreeny type fragrance. And someone said that Jennifer Aniston's Chapter 1 perfume was an exact dupe from or for the Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. Not just someone, but many people. Many people. So this is a floral fragrance. Its top notes are pink pepper, orange blossom, and bergamot. Its middle notes are tiare flower, tuberose, jasmine, and vine. Base notes are musk, tonka bean, and teakwood. Can you hear the cows? If you can't, I don't know how. This is the bottle. It is a little curve, pretty simple. So last night I sprayed this on one. I put the Soleil Blanc on another, and I let them settle, and I came back in, every 30 minutes or so to try to determine how well they were alike. When you first spray this, and then when you first spray Soleil Blanc, I don't find them to be too much alike. I mean, I can see a similar, can't see a similarity. I can smell a similarity upon first spray, but it's in the dry down that this becomes extremely similar to Soleil Blanc. Extremely. It's not as heavy. I feel like Soleil Blanc is very concentrated. It can be oversprayed, in my opinion. It's a beautiful fragrance. I love it. This one is a little bit lighter than that. I feel like you could probably spray it a lot more than the Soleil Blanc, but it's very similar on the dry down. Now, I feel like probably 30 minutes after I sprayed it, I came back in to smell them against each other again, and that's when I was like, yeah, I can see where people say this is a dupe. So if you have had Soleil Blanc in the past, if you have had samples in the past, you really like it, but you just don't have the budget for it because it is a very expensive perfume, I would highly recommend looking into this one because it is so very similar and a literal fraction of the price. So that does it for my fragrance haul. This was fun to me. I don't know if y'all like fragrances. I know this is completely different from what I normally do, but I am starting to absolutely love fragrances. So I'm hoping that you don't mind some fragrance videos interspersed in my makeup and skincare videos because I love what a fragrance can do. I love the memories it can evoke. I love the mood it can put you in. I love the moods it can change. If you're in a bad mood and you spray a really good perfume, it can just totally lift you up. So I just love the power of fragrance. So let me know your favorite summertime fragrance down in the comments below. And I will be back with a part 2 of this haul probably in a couple of weeks or so. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Be sure and like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. I hope you're all staying happy, healthy, safe, and sane, and that most of all, you go out and have a very blessed